Hey guys, this is Rylan Russell. Today we're going to be comparing the Teradek Ace 500 with the Vaxis Atom 500. Alright, so if you're new to the channel, my name is Rylan Russell. I'm a worship and media arts pastor, and I have been on the search for the best wireless HDMI system for our roaming camera during our worship services. It all started back in the day with this Nyrus Pro unit that is meant for like casting your gaming system up to your TV without having to have HDMI cables, but it was zero latency supposedly. And actually, it really was. The problem was the dependability and all the kind of janky ways you have to make it work with your camera system. We actually added this antenna onto it and to try and make it a little better. It worked for about a year or two for us, but it just wasn't dependable enough. So today, that's why I wanted to kind of break down two different systems that I've tried and that we currently use in our worship services. So, just to make it simple for you, the Teradek Ace 500, while it costs more, is definitely worth the investment. All right, so to test these units, I strapped them both onto our gimbal with our GH4 and walked around the worship center. And that's what you're seeing right now is just some clips of me walking throughout the worship center and then also throughout the hallways of our church. These have great range, and this isn't quite the fairest of tests because there's no one in the building right now, but we've used these Sunday morning after Sunday morning and they've been super dependable. After using both of these units for about a year now, I can really say that the Teradek is amazing. It hardly ever has issues, while the Atom 500 does have issues from time to time. So looking at this footage, you can see that we can do different segments out in our hallways and our lobbies without any issues, which is an amazing tool to have in your toolkit as you're producing live streams. During these tests, actually, the Atom 500 never cut out, but the Ace 500 did cut out when I was several hundred feet away and behind a multitude of walls. It did break up very quickly. The Vaxis system has one big problem though you need to be aware of, and that is latency. For us, we cannot use this on a camera that is not a very, very wide angle because it usually has about 6 to 8 frames of delay. Watch this clip of me talking. All right, this is an audio latency test of the Vaxis system coming through our ATEM with 130 milliseconds of delay applied to the audio to match the video, which usually matches all of our other cameras that are wired. So that's pretty much unusable if you were to use that with someone talking on camera. So that you really need to be aware of, but for the cost, it's okay. The Nyrus Pro, it never had issues like that. Super annoying. But the Teradek Ace 500, I'll play a clip for you right now. This is an audio latency test of the Teradek Ace 500 through our ATEM up to our projector over SDI from the aux output. So what are the pros of the Vaxis Atom? Well, it's cheap and it can power itself on and off with a button. It is got an NPF mount included for the battery plate. It has an HDMI loop out, and you can power it over USB-C. It also has a small OLED screen that will tell you the temperature of the unit, and most importantly, if you are connected together. What are the negatives of the Vaxis Atom? Well, it has a small fan in each unit, which can kind of be annoying, and the connection is not as reliable whenever it's in a crowded environment. Most importantly, that latency that we have already talked about. So what's the pros of the Teradek Ace 500? Well, it really just comes down to the connection and reliability. Other than that, it really doesn't have very many features. There's no on-off switch. You simply have to plug and unplug your battery. It does not come with a battery mounting plate. You can choose your own and order that separately, but that's another $50 to $75. And it doesn't have an HDMI loop out. It has no visual indicator that I know of to be able to tell if you're actually connected or disconnected from the unit. The receiver also does not have an on-off switch, so you're plugging and unplugging the power from it. It does not have a built-in battery plate either, so you can't take this out in the field very easily if you wanted to. But all of those small things really pale in comparison to the reliability that we've had from the Teradek Ace 500. So it's really opened up a lot of possibilities where we don't worry about the connection anymore like we used to, and being able to up our game in our live streams has really helped. We use this on one of our very main cameras throughout the whole service, and it never loses connection. So I can highly recommend the Teradek Ace 500, but if you want to try out a budget option, you can always look at other brands. I did try the Hollyland Mars 400S, I think it was, but for our system, it didn't work because until you go up to the Cosmos series, it rounds the frame rate to the nearest full number. So 2997 that we are in actually was getting rounded up to 30, and their support told me you have to go up to their Cosmo line to do that. So if you're using an ATEM Mini or Pro that has built-in scalers, then you're fine, no worries. But for us, we use an ATEM Studio HD, so all the frame rates have to be exact, and at that point, we're adding a decimator. It's pointless at that point. So if you have any questions about these units, feel free to ask me in the comments. If you've used something that you think would be a good fit for churches, that is maybe a budget-friendly unit out there, let me know in the comments. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. I will leave links in the description below this video to help you out. And if you click those, it does help me as they're affiliate links, no extra cost to you, obviously. So like and subscribe if that's your sort of thing. Remember, we can do a lot of great things. Let's do it all for the right reasons. See you in the next one.